Patents are different than trade secrets because in order to get a patent, we have to go and file an application with a patent office. We have to do that for every patent office of every jurisdiction, every nation where we want to enforce our patent, and there's a lot of expense involved. So why go through the expense? Let's take a look at this picture. If this is my secret sauce down here, I can protect this by trade secret and generate all kinds of products or nourish all kinds of products off of it without anybody seeing it, as long as I can keep this inside my company, as we saw last time. The second it starts to grow out into the light of day, then I have a different problem. Then it may become worthwhile to patent, because I want to clarify that I own it or my company owns it. And then I can slice and dice up the rights to a whole slew of people who can also own it. So patents are particularly useful when I want to slice and dice rights to a number of different parties or to one exclusive party, where what I'm talking about is going to be exposed to others. There's a catch, however. It does me no good to patent something if I'm not ready to enforce the patent. Otherwise, people can infringe me and there's no problem. Now, the nice thing about patenting is that it clarifies who owns things. Somebody can always come and sue me and try and set aside the patent. But if a patent issues, the presumption is that you actually own it. In trade secret, I can't assure that nobody else owns it. In a patent, if the patent issues, the assumption is only I will own it because it's a unique and novel invention. That's part of what it means to get a patent, is that the invention is unique, novel, and not obvious to a practitioner. The only other thing that we want to talk about with respect to patents at this point, we'll talk about reading patents later on in the competition discussions, but the only other thing we want to talk about in this context of patents is there's a difference between a patent application and an issued patent. When I apply for a patent, I put in a provisional patent application in the US, for example. That doesn't mean a patent will issue. So I have taken this and exposed it to the light of day, taking the risk that I may never get a patent. That's why it's always a good idea to consult with patent counsel before you send in an application, because it may not issue, and patent counsel can give you an opinion on whether that patent's likely to issue or not. Of course, you can do some preliminary research yourself by looking at patent websites to understand what the patent landscape looks like. But nonetheless, you always have to worry about that issue. I may send in an application, and if that application doesn't issue, I've just given away the idea and everybody can use it now.